You know it, the Lord. You know it, for someday. You know it.
From 1850 to 1899, the battlefield transformed dramatically, reflecting the rapid advancements in technology and tactics. The Crimean War showcased the horrors of modern warfare, with the introduction of rifled muskets and the mini-ball, leading to devastating casualties. By the time of the American Civil War, railroads and telegraphs revolutionized logistics and communication, allowing armies to mobilize and coordinate like never before. The Franco-Prussian War further highlighted the shift, as Prussian forces utilized breech-loading rifles and artillery with greater range and accuracy. This era also saw the rise of trench warfare, foreshadowing the brutal stalemates of the 20th century. As nations embraced industrialization, the battlefield became a grim testament to human ingenuity and the relentless march of progress, setting the stage for conflicts that would shape the modern world. From 1900 to 1938, the battlefield transformed dramatically, shaped by technological advancements and the horrors of war. The dawn of the 20th century saw the rise of machine guns, which turned open fields into deadly killing zones, drastically changing tactics. World War I introduced trench warfare, where soldiers faced unimaginable conditions, battling not just the enemy but also disease and despair. As the war progressed, tanks emerged, breaking the stalemate of trenches and heralding a new era of mobile warfare. Meanwhile, aircraft began to take to the skies, offering reconnaissance and, eventually, bombing capabilities, changing the dynamics of combat. By the late 1930s, nations were gearing up for another conflict, with innovations like radio communication and mechanized infantry reshaping strategies. The battlefield was no longer just a physical space, it had become a complex interplay of technology, strategy, and human. From 1939 to 1950, the battlefield transformed dramatically, driven by technological advancements and the harsh realities of war. In World War II, we witnessed the rise of mechanized warfare, with tanks like the T-34 and the Sherman revolutionizing ground combat. Air power became crucial, as bombers like the B-29 unleashed devastation from above, reshaping strategies and civilian life alike. The introduction of radar changed the game, allowing forces to detect enemy movements and plan counterattacks with unprecedented precision. As the war ended, the dawn of the Cold War brought a new kind of battlefield, one defined by ideology, espionage, and the threat of nuclear annihilation. The Korean War in 1950 showcased the shift to asymmetric warfare, with guerrilla tactics challenging conventional armies. This era marked a pivotal shift in how wars were fought, laying the groundwork for conflicts in the decades to come. The evolution of the battlefield was not just about weapons, it was about the very nature of warfare itself. From 1951 to 1970, the battlefield transformed dramatically, shaped by technological advancements and shifting strategies. The Korean War marked the beginning of this evolution, showcasing jet fighters and helicopters that changed aerial combat. The introduction of the M16 rifle in the 1960s revolutionized infantry warfare, offering soldiers greater firepower and accuracy. Simultaneously, the Vietnam War highlighted guerrilla tactics, with the Viet Cong using the dense jungles to their advantage, challenging conventional forces. The rise of armored vehicles and tanks, like the M48 Patton, emphasized mobility and firepower, while the Cold War spurred an arms race, leading to the development of nuclear weapons. By the end of the 1970s, the battlefield was no longer just a physical space, it was a complex arena of technology, strategy, and ideology, setting the stage for future conflicts. From 1971 to 1989, the battlefield transformed dramatically, driven by technological advancements and shifting military strategies. The Vietnam War's end in '75 marked a pivotal moment, as lessons learned reshaped tactics. Armored warfare saw a resurgence with the introduction of advanced tanks like the Soviet T-72 and the American M1 Abrams, emphasizing mobility and firepower. Simultaneously, the rise of precision-guided munitions revolutionized air combat, allowing forces to strike targets with unprecedented accuracy. The Cold War intensified the arms race, leading to innovations in nuclear strategy and the development of stealth technology. By the late 80s, the battlefield was not just a physical space but a complex arena of psychological warfare, with propaganda and information campaigns becoming crucial. As we approach the end of the decade, the stage was set for a new era of conflict, where technology and strategy would intertwine in ways previously unimaginable. From 1990 to 2005, the battlefield transformed dramatically. The Gulf War showcased precision airstrikes, where technology turned the tide. GPS-guided munitions replaced traditional bombs, allowing for pinpoint accuracy. Soldiers were no longer just foot soldiers, they became operators of advanced systems, utilizing drones and satellite communications. By the early 2000s, the War on Terror introduced urban warfare, where combat shifted to cities, making every corner a potential battleground. Asymmetric warfare emerged, with insurgents using guerrilla tactics against conventional forces. The rise of the internet also changed the game, enabling real-time information sharing and psychological operations. This era marked a shift from large-scale engagements to complex, multidimensional conflicts, where technology and strategy intertwined like never before. The battlefield was no longer just a physical space, it became a network of information, strategy, and human resilience. From 2005 to 2019, the battlefield transformed dramatically, driven by technology and evolving warfare strategies. In 2005, we were still heavily reliant on conventional forces, with troops on the ground facing insurgents in Iraq and Afghanistan. Fast forward to 2019, and we see the rise of unmanned systems. Drones became pivotal, providing real-time surveillance and precision strikes, minimizing risks to soldiers. Cyber warfare emerged as a new front, with nations targeting each other's infrastructure and information systems, blurring the lines between military and civilian domains. The integration of artificial intelligence began reshaping tactics, enabling predictive analytics for better decision-making in combat scenarios. Moreover, the rise of hybrid warfare challenged traditional military doctrines, combining conventional forces with irregular tactics and information warfare. As we move through these years, the battlefield evolved from a physical space to a complex digital and psychological arena, forever changing how wars are fought and won. The battlefield has transformed dramatically from 2020 to 2025. In 2020, we saw traditional warfare dominated by ground troops and conventional tactics. Fast forward to 2025, and the landscape is unrecognizable. Drones now reign supreme, providing real-time surveillance and precision strikes, making it possible to engage targets without ever setting foot on the ground. Artificial intelligence plays a crucial role, analyzing vast amounts of data to predict enemy movements and optimize strategies. Cyber warfare has emerged as a new front, where battles are fought in the digital realm, targeting infrastructure and disrupting communications. Moreover, the integration of augmented reality in training and combat scenarios has enhanced situational awareness, allowing soldiers to visualize threats and navigate complex environments seamlessly. As we look at this evolution, it's clear that the future of warfare is not just about firepower, it's about intelligence, technology, and adaptability. The battlefield of 2025 is a complex web of interconnected systems, where the human element remains vital, but technology drives the strategy. The battlefield of the future, post-2025, is a realm transformed by technology and strategy. Imagine drones swarming like bees, each equipped with AI that can adapt in real time, making split-second decisions to outmaneuver threats. Ground troops will be supported by exoskeletons, enhancing strength and endurance, allowing soldiers to traverse treacherous terrains with ease. Cyber warfare will dominate, with battles fought in the digital realm, where hacking becomes as critical as physical combat. Autonomous vehicles will patrol borders, while augmented reality will provide soldiers with a 360-degree view of the battlefield, overlaying crucial data right before their eyes. And let's not forget the ethical dilemmas: who controls these machines? As we push the boundaries of warfare, the line between human and machine blurs, raising questions about accountability and morality. The future battlefield is not just a place of conflict, it's a complex web of technology, strategy, and ethics, shaping the very essence of warfare as we know it.
If you wanna stay with me, If you wanna try, maybe